Hey guys, it's Ta. Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. So this video is kind of late. Normally I have this up way before. If you noticed, I've been a little MIA this week. I had to get some stuff done, get it out. Today I finished, so I figured let's go ahead and wrap this up. That way I can really hit the books that I've selected for my November TBR. I did read a little bit this week, but not as much as I wanted to. So if you haven't seen November's TBR yet, I'll link it down below. And I am participating in Believe-a-thon, which is hosted by Gavin. And I'm super excited to be able to do another readathon, so why not? So anyway, today we're going to wrap up October completely with a bow, and then I can take Sally down, pack up my pumpkins, and move on in November. So in October I read a total of 19 books, which is 5,833 pages. I've already done two kind of TBR wrap-ups. I'm gonna link those down below if you missed those, so that you can see the first 2/3 of the month, and then these were at the end. So let's just go through them. All right, so I read You by Caroline Kepnes. This is about, what's his name? Joe. And Joe sees this girl and he's really taken with her or whatever. So he basically like finds out everything about her and you're gonna be my girlfriend type thing. You kind of like in his mind where he kind of takes control of her life and stuff. It's really interesting, and I cannot wait to start the Netflix series on this. I want to read the second book before I do that though. So I'm gonna try to get that one from my library and get that one read because I'm super excited to continue this series. I absolutely love it. And then another one I read was 14 Ways to Die by Vincent Ralph. And this one was about the Magpie Man. And the Magpie Man murdered the main character, Jess's mom, when she was 7. And now it's 10 years later and he's still out there. Her mom was victim number 1. He's already murdered 13 people. And she is determined to figure out who it is. She was selected, or she went to this thing to be able to have a YouTube day, basically. Like they follow her for so many weeks, and the entire day, everything she does, every text, every social media app, everything is open for the public to see. And she feels that she is going to catch the killer this way, and then she starts getting texts from who they think is the Magpie Man, so it like goes this whole way. And the twisty turnies in here were really good. The reveal at the end, I was like, okay, didn't see that coming. But I absolutely love this one. It was easy to follow, easy to read. It is, if you look in the front, it does say young adult. So, or grades 10 to 12. So, that one was a really good one. And then the next one I read was The Whisper Network by Chandler Baker. And this was off of one of the Reese Witherspoon Book Club books. So I was able to knock this one off of there. And this one is about Sloane. She's been working with her best friend, Artie and Grace, for years. And they supported each other through promotions, marriage, pregnancy, you name it. And their boss, Amos, suddenly in line to become CEO of their company. Each woman had a different experience with him. He's always been surrounded by whispers. What was it? I forgot where I was at. Anyway, so Ames is up to be CEO, and he's a bit of a, I guess, insurance claim in the office because he's done things and they're trying to basically get in front of it before he becomes CEO. And it was This one was really good. It had a couple things that kind of happened in it, and it doesn't say it on the back, so I don't want to say it because, you know, it might give something away. But this one was really cool to follow, seeing each individual woman's thoughts in her head, how she was coming about with the problem that she had with Ames and how she was going to present it and stuff. So, really good. And then I read this one because my husband wanted me to, and this one is Alan Wake by Rick Burroughs. And from what we can gather, the video game, because it is a Xbox game, I believe, or just a video game in general, was made first, and it was such a hit that somebody went ahead and wrote the book. And this book, it was really good. I loved it. I didn't want to put it down. This is about a man he's a writer, he's a crime writer, and he and his wife go on this trip for like 2 weeks or a few weeks or whatever, kind of like a second honeymoon. Next thing you know, she goes missing. He's trying to find her, and all these crazy things start happening. And he's as he's going, he's finding like manuscripts and stuff, and he's like, I don't remember writing this. So he's following like little trail of snippets of the mystery, I guess, of where it's gonna go. I can honestly tell you, I still don't know what, why, or anything about this book. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Like, my husband was like, tell me everything. So we had a whole discussion on it. He didn't read it, but I did. But he watched some of the summary stuff from the actual video game, and he's thinking about playing it as well. And whenever I was done reading it, we went look for a kind of wrap up of it to see, like, okay, what the hell did I just read type? Couldn't find anything. Like, nobody had a good explanation. So if you've read this or if you've played the video games, do you have an explanation? Because we don't. But it was so good. Definitely worth the read. And then the last one I read was called The Yellow Wallpaper. And this was just like a short story. I'm going to pop it up here because I don't remember who wrote it. I forgot to write that part down. And this one, I'm still not sure. It was good. It's this lady, she's in this room. She's kind of suffering of like postpartum depression. And, like, her husband's a doctor, so he prescribes these things to her. And there's something with the wallpaper that she's intrigued by, and she feels like something's living behind it type thing. And she just wants to figure it out. And she, she's, like they say, she's suffering from what is it I just said? Postpartum depression, but, like, you never meet the kid. They say he's with the nanny because she can't handle it. The mom can't handle it. But the dad, the doctor, husband, whatever, he threw me some suspicious vibes. And like I said, it was only like 63 pages, but it had a lot packed in those 63 pages. So that was everything for my bingo portion of my TBR. And with that, like I told you guys, if I scored any bingos, then I would go ahead and get, I'd be able to buy something off my Amazon wish list. And I'm going to pop the board up here. And if you look, I scored 3 bingos. Because with this last round of books, I added series, closed setting, pair of detectives, female detectives, and an amateur sleuth. So now I'll be able to buy me 3 things off of my Amazon wish list. And those 3 things will be, because I went through it already, I haven't ordered it yet, but I really want to get The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Gloss. Heard so many good things about that one. And then One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I loved her other book that I read, Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I've heard really good things about this one, so I'm ready to read that. And then a new one that I'm going to get is The City of Villains. It is another Disney kind of villain story, and this one I think is middle grade to young adult, somewhere around there. So I'm going to get those 3, and I'm super duper excited. And as far as the rest of the books for the month, there was 2 other ones that were not part of my TBR bingo, and that was two of my NetGalley books. The one called The Guilty Sister by Ariane Richmond. This one is already out. It just took me a while to read it. This one is about a set of twins who are identical, but like polar opposites in every way. Sarah is at home working in New York, small apartment. She has a dog and really to herself. And then her twin sister Cece is this big, vibrant, outgoing, living overseas influencer on Instagram. And like I said, couldn't be more opposite. And Sarah in New York meets Bradley, who is a person who works on Wall Street. He's dressed to the nines, and they kind of start dating or whatever, and her goal is to keep her twin sister secret. But then something happens. Next thing you know, the police are questioning her and wondering where the hell her sister's at. So we follow that journey, and lots of twists and turns I did not see coming. It was really good. At some point you didn't even know where you were, I guess. But like you couldn't put it down. You just had to keep reading. So I really liked the way the story took, like which way she ran with it. And I don't think I've ever seen one that I can recall, read a book that's quite like that. So I was super happy to read that one. And then the other one I read was called The Younger Wife by Sally Hepworth. And this one is about Stephen. He is a successful doctor. He is married. But the only problem, he's about to get remarried, but he's still married, but he has to get a divorce. His wife is in a home with dementia, and he has 2 adult children, and they both are kind of skeptical about this whole thing because the woman he's trying to marry is the same age as them. So they're thinking, gold digger, what else can it be? So the woman that he's going to marry, Heather, she has her own secrets about why she wants to marry him, and she's keeping that under wraps. So you kind of get to see the reveal of those secrets from her side. And then as far as the children go, they each have their own issues. One is having marital problems. They're about to lose their house. The other one is she's never dated anyone really after a certain age and all this stuff. She's a baker, and she has like this eating situation going on. And the mom with dementia, like the girls are trying to figure out like maybe family secrets that are there that maybe they can kind of bring to light. Excuse me. And mom can't give them much. But like she has these little ramblings she'll do, and they're like picking up clues from that. So they're able to put 2 and 2 together for certain things, and they start to find out stuff about their dad. And now they're trying to question like what kind of person is their dad, and can they live with that? And it just kind of blows up. So that was a fun journey to see like what all the mom would reveal and kind of like all the secrets from the past and see how the kids are dealing with it. Absolutely love that one as well. I know, I keep saying that. All in all, October was a really good reading month. The only book that I really didn't like, well, there was one I did like, but like it was kind of a repeat, and one I just really didn't, and that was, if you watch the other wrap-ups, that was Darkly Dreaming Dexter. That was not my cup of tea. I absolutely love the series, but the book was just not the same at all. Like that one, the series definitely better than a book. And then the other one was The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. If you read the guest list, you kind of read The Hunting Party, so you just pick and choose there. So I will link my other wrap-ups down below for you guys, as well as my November TBR, so you can check it out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.